So to apply vinyl, you're going to need at least 4 basic things. So you're going to need a Stanley knife so that you can cut the backing paper. You're going to need some stuff to clean it. So I've got just some water with some detergent in it. And also I've got some Metho with, it's not ideal, but you want to use a clean microfiber. Because this is just a practice, I'm not going to use one. It's got a bit of stuff on it, but you get a clean microfiber. So the idea is to get it as dust-free as possible, because you start to get like all these bubbles and things. Now, for your purposes, it doesn't need to be perfect, but you want to get it as dust-free as you can. So you clean your surface, need a bit of masking tape. This is 5 centimetres. You can use the skinny stuff as well. This is just all I have on hand at the moment. So we'll give it a clean first. You can take the film. So we're going to do it on this table today, just because glass is quite nice to apply to. It'll be interesting because it's flat. Normally you're applying this on a surface which is upright, and so the water will just drain off it. But we'll just do a small area. So just pretend this is vertical. A lot of applying vinyl, how good it ends up being will be determined by your setup. So how well you clean it beforehand, and also how you lay out the vinyl with the masking tape to keep it straight.
Would you say is in that thing just water?
Just water and a little bit of detergent. So
Okay.
This probably got maybe 2 good squirts, 1 good squirt. If it's really foamy, you probably added a bit much. There's 2 ways you can apply vinyl. There's wet laying and there's dry. Wet laying is good if it's probably the easiest way actually, so I might show you both. Now I'm just rubbing a bit of Metho on here just to get the last bit, and you can make sure that this is a bit clean. Yeah, just give it a rub with your hand. Always start with clean hands. I've seen a lot of guys that are installers start with filthy hands, and they just end up getting their fingerprints underneath the vinyl. So I'll show you wet laying first. So I'm just going to take this piece. This is our straight edge up the top. So imagine this is the top of the building, this is the bottom. So first of all, you want to work out where you want the thing to sit. So it's got backing paper on the back, this is your image on the front. Put it the right way up. Get your masking tape. I don't like this stuff because it splits all the time, it's a bit old. But let's just say, so what you do is you put on the corners a little tab. If it's upright, we'll do this anyway. 1 here. Now chances are, first time you've done it, it won't be level. I can't find my small spirit level at the moment. Yeah. But normally you would put it upright and you would level it to make sure that it's level to whatever surface. So if you were doing it upright, you just make sure that that's there.
Yep.
You can get ones that are about 25 centimetres long. So I would then just take off 1 anchor. If this side's too low, move it down a bit, put it back, check that it's straight, put it on. Once it's straight, now you're going to be doing quite big ones. Is it 1 metre by 1 metre?
Oh, that was just an average. We just thought that seemed big enough.
Okay, well because this is a short piece, I'm going to anchor it this way. So now you need to anchor it so that you can take the backing tape off so it doesn't come off. So, but I'm going to, you would do it if you had a really wide piece that's hanging down, you would do it down the middle, like vertically, but I'm going to do it horizontally. So, put this down here. I've worked out it's in the right spot. You can always check it before you've laid it. And then you start. Now, sometimes if you're doing a really big one, I would do 2, even 3 across. This is where the big masking tape is good though, actually, so you might want to use the big one if you're using big pieces, because it just holds the weight a bit better. Okay, then this will keep it in place because you don't want it to move. You pick this up. This is dry applying. So, cut off the backing paper. Now that's probably left, you'd be amazed how much dust that would actually leave just doing that, so give it another wipe. Now with your squeegeeing, you want to start in the centre, squeegee on an angle and push all the air out. You must start at the base here. You want to put it on an angle like this. If you push it straight across, you can push some of the air back into itself. Importantly, you don't push the air back into itself. So you apply this way. Have about a 50% overlap of the area that you just did. so you're not coming from just completely new territory. Does that make sense? And when you get to the end, you can just sort of do this. So that's applied nice and clean.
And what's that thing called? That thing?
This is a squeegee.
Okay.
So you use ones with the felt on the end.
Yep.
Because if it's a print, this can scratch the side of it. So you use
Okay.
that. I've seen people use a bit of cloth on some credit cards when they get really stuck, but this particular tool is probably most important for applying vinyl. They're only about $3-5. You can get them from Graphic Art Mart, Spandex, a lot of suppliers. Same thing, give this a wipe. Take off your backing paper. Now, don't put a lot of tension on it, but don't let it just flop down and touch here, because you're going to have to then pull it back up. The more you pull it back up, the more it stretches. You can see there's a little bubble there. You can either try push it to the edge, or afterwards, pop it with a knife, and then
Yeah.
get rid of it. So starting in the middle, squeegeeing this way. And this squeegeeing technique is the same if you're wet applying, except you would start from the top so that the water can fall downwards. So then with those little bubbles that you get, that's just an air bubble.
Yep.
Sometimes you can get bubbles where it's like just a speck of dust. If you notice when you're drying applying that you get heaps of bubbles, you just rip it up, start again. And it's all about even application. It's not about pressure, but you have to press firm. So you don't have to go crazy and start pulling the vinyl. So that's dry applying. Now this is how easy vinyl will come off after it's 3 months. The hardest part is just picking the edge up. Sometimes it will leave lines of adhesive, but the best part is just to pull it off in one go rather than So that's the first one. The easiest way, and this is what you should do, is wet applying. If you wet apply something, there's a lot less setup. So I'd typically give that a bit of a wipe with Metho. So same thing, clean your area with soap and water, squeegee it down. These metal squeegees are really good because you get good pressure. Cleaning with normal squeegees, just nothing like it. Anyway, so clean your area, wipe it with Metho. Now sometimes you need 2 people for this. So one person will take off all the backing paper. Now these types of spray bottles are really good because you can kind of operate them with one hand, get a lot of water out. You're watching it with this. So then you spray the back of the vinyl. If the vinyl touches itself while it is dry, you're going to be screwed because vinyl sticks to vinyl really well. So you've got to avoid it touching itself. So normally you'll be out here, someone will be holding it up. So wet applying is really good because you can wiggle it around. This is where you want too much detergent, it'll be real slippery. Not enough, it'll grip.
So you didn't. How did you? What about that tab thing of levelling that you did earlier?
So
That's to come.
Here's what you do now. So with wet, see how I can still move it around?
Yeah.
The smaller the piece, the easier it is to move around. So make sure you get it really wet and soapy. Not too soapy because it can be harder to dry. And then you would level it with your measure. Obviously this is on flat, so I can't measure it. Or the other thing you can do before you start is put a bit of tape, measure it to the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Tape measure it to the bottom, and that way you know what you can line it up.
So it sounds like round is not necessarily going to be doing us a favour.
No,
Rectangle.
not necessarily.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, and then you're going to be applying it so that it's hanging upright. So I would start from the top. Okay. So you want to hold it in place, otherwise it'll still do it. Get the first bit down. Hold it in place. Squeegeeing so that the water goes out that way. Okay. Now sometimes this can leave bubbles, so you might want to press a bit harder with wet applying. You want to get all the water out. And the rest will dry with the sun. This is easier if you have any contours in the bus. If it's not completely flat, which is very likely on vehicles, wet applying is much easier. And as you've just seen, it's a lot less setup. You clean it, spray it, tack it, and spray the back of the surface and the surface it's going onto. Get it to the right position. You can even put marks before you start, make it easy for yourself, and then you put it on. And then the rest will just dry in the sun. Normally this would drop off, but it's a flat surface, so it's just going to stay there. But it sounds like a lot, but it's quite simple. It's just a matter of kind of knowing the order.
So you say normally it'd drop off. So we're talking vertical.
I mean, like normally the water.
Ah, okay, the
like,
water.
Pretend you're playing it on a wall.
Yep.
The water will just come down. And if you get any edges that don't want to stick down, just keep pressing, they'll eventually. You can put a little bit of a lighter to it, but Not too much, you'll start to discolour the vinyl, but you can just put, they're quite tolerant to heat. Now, right now I can pull that off quite easily because it's, you can give it a feel, you'll be able to feel any bubbles. Because it's fresh, I can just take it straight off. If I put it in the wrong spot, I could do the same thing, let it reapply. So, do you want to try, let's try wet.
Will you that?
Actually, I'll give you the whole thing so you can.